You're joining me on the RLA stand at the Barbican Landlords and Letting Show, and I'm delighted to be joined by Richard Abbott, who is behind the RLA's new inventory service, InventoryPlus. So welcome.
Thank you.
Great that the RLA has created this tool for landlords. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, yeah. So we teamed up with RLA some 12 months ago, and we decided that we were going to create something that was our brief was to create something that was remarkably user friendly, so landlords could pick it up with little or no training and produce reports that were, if you like, adjudicated robust, but also identify the compliance steps that they need to take and give them that information along the way. So if, for instance, they're unaware of what to do in regards to electrical safety, it will prompt them and it will vary that by postcode. So, for instance, in Scotland, the legislation is different to it is in England. In England, you need to do as best practice, but it's not mandatory to have an electrical safety certificate every 5 years. So we allow them the opportunity to record those types of things, but we also make it clear that what is law and what is best practice along the way.
And I think one of the key features that I really liked was the fact that it prompts landlords to undertake a right to rent check, and actually is a form of risk mitigation in that regard, isn't it?
That's right, yeah. There are crossovers between the Immigration Act, the Equality Act and also the Data Protection Act. So it's really important that landlords consider when they're doing their right to rent check also where they store the document, for instance. Is it in a secure filing cabinet in a locked room, or is it in the bottom drawer with their underpants, for instance, which is a really important issue. And so our system enables them to, they don't have to take photocopies, scans and put it in a filing cabinet. They could actually take a photo, which then embeds into a PDF report and requires password access in order to view the document. And more importantly, in terms of Home Office requirements, it also means that that report can't be tampered with, which is a really key part of the right to rent process, because there are obviously concerns around the security of fraudulent documents, for instance.
Right. Yes, I mean typically landlords are quite sort of analog thinkers. They love their spreadsheets and their bits of paper, but this has been designed to make it as easy and as intuitive as possible for landlords to adopt digital technology.
That's quite right, yeah. I mean, I think historically, software pitched at landlords has always been, if you like, a complicated system, if you like, that was originally designed for the letting agency market and then maybe rebranded as an afterthought for landlords. But we wanted to make sure that we considered the target audience, i.e. landlords, and we've been testing it along the way with Residential Landlords Association members and also their advice team and their staff. So together we've responded to every little bit of feedback along the way, and we've listened and we've responded, and the outcome is something that is truly remarkably easy to use.
And what sort of devices can it be used on?
Okay, so they can use the system on a laptop, on a desktop. Alternatively, they could use the app either on an iOS or Android device, whether that be a phone device or an iPad. There are benefits to using the apps because it does take you on a more guided user journey. But if you're a landlord that would prefer to sit at a computer and upload your images from your digital camera, then you can do so, which is for some landlords that are anti-app, and they are out there, they don't have to worry because they can use the system in different ways. Well,
it sounds like a really fantastic product, and it actually benefits both tenants and landlords because of the audit trail and the transparency of it, doesn't it?
That's right, yeah. I mean, the transparency side of things is becoming more prevalent. There are going to be even more requirements coming into play over the next couple of years. For instance, landlords need to have a certain energy performance certificate rating, but because they're coming thick and fast, as perhaps the government seeks to slow down demand for housing, that is going to become even more prevalent. It's going to become even more onerous. So landlords need to consider embracing tools such as this in order to make that process more seamless and to protect themselves.
Yeah, here. I second that, definitely. So InventoryPlus by the RLA, when can we expect to see it launched?
We have a launch target date for the 20th of April.
Right. Well, very good luck with it, and thank you very much for joining me on Property Tribes TV.